Welcome back to Quinte Connection. Thanks for joining us. We've gone from music now to golf. As always in the Bay Quinte region, there's all sorts to look forward to, whether you're a golfer or a golf enthusiast. But everyone's pretty revved up here. You may have already heard it already. The Endless Summer Long Drive Championship Pro-Am is coming to Trillium Golf Course in the region. Joining us, the organizer, director of everything locally here, is Jodie Jenkins. So Jodie Jenkins, so nice to see you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me on. I just actually finished golfing, and I think the last time that we spoke was a couple of years ago, and I was on the golf course. I don't know if you remember that, but
Yeah, well, you're inside now. There's all sorts to talk about. For folks who don't quite know about this or not in the golfing world, let's explain World Long Drive first. Why is this so special?
yeah, so long drive has been around for quite a few years. It's certainly not new, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Men and women that are competing in the world of golf try to hit the ball as far as they possibly can, and that's exactly what happens at these events. I would say that, these athletes over the last few years, obviously, as technology gets better and opportunities to train get better, that they've really upped their game, and we're starting to see, swing speeds and ball speeds and equipment that are just unbelievable, off the charts, which allows them to hit the ball further, hit the ball straighter, and it really is something to see in person. And I'm excited to be bringing 60 of the best long drivers in the world here to Quinte, including world number one on the men's side, Kyle Berkshire from Maryland. And we also have the world number one on the women's side, Phyllis Meddy, who's coming from New Zealand. So, I mean, we'll talk about the international appeal of this event, but to be honest, an opportunity like this, whether you're a golf fan or not, seeing it in person is just it's a sight to see for sure.
June 14th to 15th at Trillium Wood Golf Course, which is world-renowned already to begin with. How did you get this specifically in the Quinte region? How far have the conversations been going on now?
Well, it's so this event itself has been around for 8 years. I started this 8 years ago with Tim Howard. It was under another name called the JT Classic, where we were working with tour pros. So it was actually, golfers that compete, week out, week in, week out. They were coming and playing, and so we did that for 5 years. And then 3 years ago, I kind of went on my own. Tim was doing his thing, and so I started this event called Endless Summer, where I was working with long drive athletes. First year was a great response. Last year was unbelievable. We did it under the lights, thanks to the team at Sunbelt Rentals in Belleville. They lit up the entire first fairway at Trillium Wood, which is something to see in person as well. And we had 37 really good hitters from around the world come and compete. And I will say this too, we mentioned internationally in the appeal of it. Our winner last year was 6 or 7 time Japanese long drive champion, Naoto Masumi, who's coming back to defend his title. He came all the way from Japan to Belleville to compete for this. But World Long Drive, which is like the governing body of long drive, the official sport, the official group of long drivers, the PGA Tour or the LPGA Tour for long drivers. Everyone strives to get on there. They saw the event, reached out, said, "Would you be interested in being a part of our schedule?" And then literally the conversations kept going. And then they asked me if I would be a major tour stop. So I believe they do roughly 9 events a year around the world. 4 of them are considered majors, which means elevated purse and more world ranking points, because that's what the men and women are competing for at the end of the day. And our event is included in a group of 4 where they stopped in Huntington Beach, California, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, and Belleville, Ontario, Canada. So, it's kind of cool. We're one of 4 major tour stops, but they loved the energy that they saw from our community. I don't know if you saw any footage from last year, but it was electric. We had almost 500 people there, and I didn't know what to expect because, again, this was only our second year doing the long drive. And I remember Kyle Berkshire, the world number one, came up to me after the event. And he's like, "Jodie," he said, "we haven't seen crowds like this since the World Championships in 2017." He was like, they were just blown away. And so they were very impressed. And here we are. And I'm excited. My goal is to get 1,000 people out this year. I think we can do it.
So June 14th to 15th at Trillium Wood Golf Course, how can people get tickets? And is there passes for both days for this?
Yeah, so tickets are only $35 and you can get them at endlesssummergolf.ca. It's very straightforward. Just go on there and you can click the link. And for $35, it gets you access to qualifying on Friday. We have some qualifying happening Friday afternoon with the men and the women. It also gets you access to a live concert with the Victor Cooper Band. So that's happening Friday night. And then you also get access on Saturday night to come out and watch the finals. So 2 days of entertainment, 35 bucks. And I don't know where you could do that anywhere for $35 these days. And we would love to see you out there. It's a great opportunity to get up close and personal with these athletes and to see something that a lot of people don't get to see. And just so you know, Lindsey, like, people, we all play golf, or we've played golf with people we consider to be big hitters. For me, I don't know how much golf you play, but for me, when I see someone hit it 310, 315, that's impressive. I can't do that, but it's impressive to see. Just to put in perspective, some of these ladies are hitting at 340, 350. The guys are pushing it 440, 450 yards. It is a completely different game to see. And even if you're not into golf, you will have a blast. Live DJs, under the lights. It's just a wonderful time. It's being outdoors and enjoying great weather and great golf. It's just fun.
What time does it start both days, Jodie?
Qualifying starts on Friday at 3:30 in the afternoon, and that will go pretty much until the night. It just kind of qualifies a bunch of hitters because we got to get through 48 men and then 12 women. So there's lots of time to come and watch that. And then on Saturday, the finals will start roughly about 7:30. So it'll be in the light to start. And then as soon as we get to dusk, they'll hit all the lights on the fairway. And then we'll probably go, I would think we should be wrapped up by about 10:30, and we'll have crowned a champion on the women's side and on the men's side. And someone's going to be, it's a $50,000 purse they're competing for. So there's a lot on the line for this.
Are there any Canadian golfers in the field this year?
Yeah, there are. There's actually quite a few Canadians in terms of their rankings in World Long Drive. Obviously, they're not the majority because there's so many Americans and other and quickly before I talk about the Canadians, we've got hitters from the U.S., New Zealand, Australia, Japan, South Africa, Germany, the UK, and obviously Canada. But Ryan Gregnall is the top ranked Canadian. He's a two-time Canadian champion. He's going to be here. Cody Billinghurst is an up-and-coming Canadian hitter. He's from Sault Ste. Marie, so he's coming down to compete. Wes Campo, Justin Balaga, TJ Baker, some great Canadians. And then Kelly Rudney she won the first women's event in California. So she's going to be here looking to go 2 for 2 and would love to win on Canadian soil. Savannah Meyer-Clement is the other female Canadian competing. So we've got a decent amount that people can come and root for, and we're looking forward to getting a lot of people there. And endlesssummergolf.ca. It makes a great Father's Day gift. I mean, think about it. Father's Day weekend. It's wonderful.
Well, congratulations on Endless Summer. Really looking forward to all this competition once again happening June 14th and 15th. Jodie Jenkins, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity.